And staying with political developments, here's Newsline's Cholaphansa Narula with more.
Welcome to News Talk. I'm Cholaphansa Narula. Thailand's election result is clear, but the political picture isn't yet complete. Coalition negotiations are underway. Joining us now is ML Nattakorn Devakula, political analyst, who will break down what comes next. สวัสดีค่ะคุณ Nattakorn
สวัสดีครับคุณชลพันษา
Thank you very much for joining. Given the Phumjai Thai's lead but lack of majority, what are the most likely coalition scenarios?
The most likely scenario would be Phumjai Thai forming a coalition with the Klatham Party. The Klatham Party is led by Thamarat Phrompau, who would more than likely be able to contribute better as a coalition partner instead of a member of the opposition. So more than likely that is going to be one of the major political parties joining the coalition. The other possible party is Pheu Thai. Even though Pheu Thai and Phumjai Thai had their quarrels back during the previous administration, I don't see the chance that Pheu Thai will join the Democrat Party and the People's Party in the opposition because they want their party to grow. And the idea behind political parties' growth in Thailand is that you have to have a chance to showcase your ability to run particular projects and perform at particular ministries. So more than likely, we may see Pheu Thai joining forces with Phumjai Thai and also Klatham, and that would be a substantial majority.
So the most likely equation we'll see is Phumjai Thai with Pheu Thai and Klatham.
Yeah, there's probably good, political chemistry among the three, but the only problem is that there's a lot of ramblings about how Anutin Charnvirakul is trying to get the Democrat to join just to make his coalition look a bit more clean, because the Democrat, but the image of the Democrat Party, regardless of whether or not you like or dislike them, is still quite less, corruptible. So with that type of aesthetics, it would probably help the Anutin government instead of just having Thamarat and Pheu Thai joining. But Abhisit has committed to being in the opposition, and he will probably perform rather well with the potential departure of Kun Natthaporn Panyavut, who could be resigning anytime in the near future. So Abhisit could take charge in the opposition in a way that will allow him to be in the spotlight. So I don't think he would give that up.
Speaking about the opposition, how might the legal threat to 44 opposition members of Move Forward and People's Party reshape the balance of power in Parliament? And it will definitely weaken the opposition's ability to function, is it not?
Yeah, it's kind of another death knell. And it's another death knell because the Orange Party has faced rather tough times before. They have faced two previous party dissolutions, and their political leadership has been banned through and through. And Thanathorn will more than likely return in about 4 years' time. In the meantime, the current set, which would include at least 10 members of parliament, could be banned potentially for life because the current constitution deals out a very heavy punishment in a way that is difficult to argue in a court of law against, meaning that the National Anti-Corruption Commission, once they have concluded that you are guilty and they file a motion over to the Supreme Court, and if the Supreme Court dishes out a punishment, it is final. And previously, there was the case of Shaw Panika Wanit, who took a photo that was deemed inappropriate, and she was banned for life from politics. So the punishment is quite strong, and more than likely, it's kind of a done deal, meaning that we will see that ban, which would affect at least 10 members of parliament. So it's another death knell.
Now, actually, eyes are on the choice of ministerial portfolio distribution. Who do you see taking the main positions in the Anutin 2 administration?
I'd rather say it's quite predictable because Anutin did say that the team would look a little bit better than before. So more than likely, at least we'll see a return of the three stars of the party. So
Commerce,
Kun Sia-
finance.
yeah. So that will not change because those three were quite popular. And
Right.
Kun Siasat
Foreign
did
Ministry.
he did a rather wonderful job with the Cambodian dispute. So more than likely he will return. The same finance minister, Kun Eniti, and also Kun Subachi. So all of that will be the same. And if Tamanat is in the administration, he would be pretty good at either commerce or agriculture. So you would see a similar a cabinet, but you might see some additional members from Pheu Thai, which could yield fruitful results. I mean, if you look at the campaign season, Somchai Wongsuwat's son, Kun Yochanan, performed rather well. He was quite popular, even though he was a political novice. He did rather well in campaigning. So if he gets one of the portfolios, he will have the ability to shine and show what he's made of and see whether or not he actually has a bright future ahead of him. So the campaign will be all right, I think, but I think they do have to worry about scandals because with the opposition being the Orange Party and the Democrat Party, these guys are pretty good at scrutinizing.
Let's take a look at some of the economic policies. What immediate economic policy signals can the private sector expect from this government? Investment incentive, managing the bar strength, or which areas do you see as important?
Honestly, there's not much fiscal policy space, meaning that the country has raked up a high level of public debt. And the public debt to GDP ratio is rather high, which means that they're not able to dish out much in terms of fiscal stimulus. I mean, they do have that campaign that they promised, that plus campaign, which I didn't necessarily follow very much. It's kind of an old campaign, but it's not really academically interesting. Really, it's kind of a handout that is generic, but they will have that. But that will not boost the economy much, and they will not be able to have major handouts in a way that affect the growth of the GDP. And so I don't see anything exciting on the front of economic policies, but you do have to keep in mind that investors are happy if you watch the recent rise in the stock market.
Thank you, Kun Nattakorn, for those insights. We will be watching closely how this new phase of government takes shape. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.